Hey! Welcome everybody to the Fortuna Sunrise meeting for June, what is it, 16th, 2021, volume, what, 50 of my presidential year. Awesome. Hey, Don Jewett, will you lead us in the pledge?
I will indeed. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hot dog. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I got my slide deck prepared for this. We've got an outstanding Rotary Club, and I'm so thankful to be a part of it. Hey, and we just did the flag salute. Inspirational words. So what's the point of opening yourself up to your friends if they don't notice your vulnerable state? The point of it all is to love your friends completely and utterly at their best and at their worst, and love them more than just the good things. There you go. I've got lots of opening and closing doors messages. All right. Thank you for the applause there.
I love my friends in the dairy industry utterly.
Utterly. Yeah. Let's see here. Four-way test this morning. We'll call on Rotarian Frank Ramos. Or wait, who was it? No, it was Bob Giovanni. Gosh, I take these notes and then this is so different. Potato. Yes.
You need to retrain people. They can sit down.
Oh yeah. Do I ding the bell again to get everybody to sit, or do they just sit on their own accord usually? Okay. Is it now the sitting, does it happen before the inspirational message or after?
After.
You don't stand or sit in Zoom meetings, I guess. Bob Giovanni, four-way test. Could you do it for us? Thank you.
Service is the truth. Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And is it beneficial to all concerned?
Hot dog. How's the audio out there in Zoom land this morning? Did you hear that? Maybe? Yeah, okay, good.
Sounds good.
Awesome. I'm talking, so we're also broadcasting via Zoom. So not only do we have all these outstanding Rotarians in the room, this morning we have Carrie Anderson, we've got Peter Fennell, we've got Heckwood, we've got Don Winterholm, we've got Dr. Greg Bartle, Aaron Dunn, and Chris Broadstock all joining us via Zoom. So give them a hand for still being here. Thank you so very much. Hey, and while we're doing introductions, why not guests, right? We've got Bill Morrill this morning. Thank you. From Southwest Rotary, and from the Noon Club, we have my wife, Diana Rios. And we've got our great friend, Amanda Kruschke here this morning. Thank you so very much. Oh, I better pull up the chat. I see, let's see. Can they see us? No, they can't see you, Aaron. Yeah.
Maybe if we look close into the camera, we can see it.
No, yeah. Yeah, we've got one screen and it's projecting the meeting. So there you go. Yeah, but I can see you. I saw those thumbs up, so. All right, no picking your nose, okay? Let's see. Let's keep this thing moving here. Announcements. What's going on? We have our all fired up celebration of the contributions to the community. We raised over $20,000 for the Fortuna Volunteer Fire Department. Next Wednesday, we're going to be getting together. Yeah. Applaud. Why not? And we did it all. We planned inception, the whole thing, 2.5 months, and we made that happen. So that hats off to all y'all and to our auction sponsors and the Fortuna Fire Department, all of that good stuff. That'll be next Wednesday, okay? So we'll be talking about it a little bit more next week. It'll be halfway through the day, 12:30, right in the middle of the day. So hopefully some of you guys who can break away from your jobs or whatever can make it there and be part of our celebration of the contributions to the community. Fantastic. And on that note, I believe Rick Center wanted to make an announcement about flags. Rick, And I'm going to repeat for our Zoomers, just in case they couldn't hear all that. So once again, July 4th, we're going to be putting the flags out. And then for the rodeo, the 100th anniversary, we're going to be participating in the parade. We need 100 people to hold flags. We're going to have 100 flags walking down Main Street and South Fortuna Boulevard, okay? So put that into your calendars. What's the date of the rodeo? Anybody off?
The parade will be on the
17th of July. And I will be dressed up probably as a clown that day, so I will not be carrying a flag with you guys. I don't know. I guess I could attach it. I might be. I might be driving a little car. Who knows? We'll see. I gotta, yeah. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to an in-person meeting. Does it feel good? Does it feel, yeah? Okay. Breakfast wrap, okay. Breakfast wrap. I'm kind of a reckless dad. I like to eat the breakfast wrap. I don't know, it's something like that.
That's what I was going for.
Okay. Yeah. When are you going to Texas? Mac? I don't know. Okay. Well, hey. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. There probably are good rhymes with breakfast wrap. I just need to marinate on it right here. Well, so hey, to keep traditions alive, my year I've been doing an artist a week, and I'm going to keep up the tradition here all the way till the end of my year. And this day we're going to be talking about an artist, Marie Sevrin. All right. Oh, hey, goodness. And now I'm just going to go completely back in my slide deck to where it all started. That's awesome. Yeah, bear with me. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think any of you guys ever managed a virtual meeting and an in-person meeting at once. So please give me a little bit of grace in our first one. All right. I did do it all school year. I had a better setup in my classroom than this Rotary. So,
you have probably a better audience.
yeah, the students didn't have so much banter, that's for sure. So let's take a look at some of her work. Anybody just looking at this first slides, any guess on what kind of artist she is?
She does comic books.
She does comic books. Good. Very, very astute there, Sal. So Marie Sevrin was an American comic book illustrator and production artist and colorist. Okay, so that was one of the things she was best known for, was her coloring. And I know that sounds like simple, right? Oh, coloring's really easy, but let me get into the process a little bit later after I talk a bit about her. So she's best known for her work for Marvel Comics, but she also worked for EC. That was really how she got her start. If anybody's familiar with Tales from the Crypt comic books and a lot of those war comic books that were from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, she was very instrumental in the creation of that. EC was also the comic book company. They pushed the envelope so much, they started this coalition about ratings for comics, kind of like you would get for music, you know, a parental advisory sticker, because the comics at the time, they're pretty tame now, but at the time they were so racy, you know, people getting torn apart or, you know, blown up in war, that they created this whole rating system. So she was part of EC and kind of establishing that company and really getting that color palette that they're known for. She was inducted in the Will Eisner Comic Book Hall of Fame, the Harvey Awards Hall of Fame. She also goes down in history as one of the few female comics to do superhero comics. Nearly all of Marvel's iconic Silver Age characters at a time when it was just a male-driven industry, and still, for a matter of fact, is probably. So she was just cutting edge, but also didn't want to take credit for it. There's interviews where they're talking to her and they're like, "Marie, you're like the only woman," and she's like, she didn't look at it like that. She was just like, "I love what I do. I get to be an artist every day. It's fantastic." She was born in East Rockaway, village on Long Island. New York in 1929. Her father was a Norwegian immigrant, and he worked as a newspaper illustrator and designer for Elizabeth Arden Fashion Company. Like her older brother, John Sevrin, Marie had artistic talent, and she attended art classes at Pratt Institute for just a short stint before getting into the comic book industry. So here's some of her work. We've got a Fraggle Rock comic book. I don't know if anybody remembers that. They made a puppet show out of it with Jim Henson in the 80s. And then also personal interest here. She did a Advanced Dungeons and Dragons comic book series that's pretty cool. So she did the cover in this, cover illustrations and coloring. So
she also sometimes known as Marin. Yeah,
she did change her name to Marin. Hey Sal, that's a $5 fine for correcting me there. I appreciate you, but I don't appreciate you that much. Did I put Marin again? Okay. Wait, no, is Sal in the Century Club?
Oh, let me see.
I think he is. Sal, what, you know, at this juncture, do you want to pick on somebody or?
No, I'll go for it.
Outstanding, $5 to Polio from Sakanichi, thank you. Yeah, Marie Sevrin. That's a nice place to visit, right? Marie also is known for her contributions. She's often overlooked and anonymous, right? She's left a lasting mark in the comic book industry with her production work. She's described her colors in the comic book as a background music that gives a little bit of oomph to it. Her talent for drawing expressive detailed faces was used for retouching, fill-in work, and also her regular pencil work could be ranked among Marvel's top artists, as it showed a great focus in the human aspect as well as humor. Because of her unique position in an all-male comic book industry, Sevrin appeared several times in panels as a spokesperson for the role of women in comic books. So really she was an early advocate. I mean, they were like, hey, we need a woman to say that comic books are cool. Marie, like, get in here, right? She was the only one. There was this group called the Bullpen in EC Comics, and she was the only female member of it. And she did fantastic work. Here we've got a Hulk comic book cover that she did. She also did some Doctor Strange there, Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Really fantastic stuff. And to hit a little bit on the technicality of coloring at the time, right? Now as designers, we have this plethora of different colors that we can use. We can use these hex codes. I mean, you can pick a hue of a color, and you can pick all these variations. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of colors that you have. At the time, she was using CMYK printing process, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, right? She could only use 4 colors for all of her designs. And then those colors, the only way to variate them would be laying them on top of each other, making them like basically little dots so the eye would perceive it as a color. And then they would use these mesh screens of different densities, 25%, 50%, and 75%. So then it gave each color basically 4 variations, a full, a 75, a 50, and a 25 respectively, right? And then how you would stack all those on top of each other. So she would color these basically large photocopies and ink them in, and then she would draw little lines to all of her colors and say, this is B number 27. And then laboriously, it would get sent to a separator who would cut out of vellum each one of the colors by hand, painstakingly, and lay them all down to make these prints. Hey, and look, I'm getting an email. You wanted to see that. So anyway, it's a fantastic process, and it was really, really, really technical. The world that we live in as designers is so much more easy to produce things, and working with such a limited color palette, she was able to do some fantastic stuff. Now, who am I going to pick on? How about we pick on somebody, Ross, who's maybe low in the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think even if I've picked on you recently. Yeah.
I think it's somebody who's really low on the totem pole.
Yeah.
Will be our guest speaker today.
Ooh, Angela Johnson. It's time to pick on you. Where? Let's.
Oh yeah, she's actually for president-elect. She's actually one of the lowest in the club.
The lowest in the club, president-elect. Yeah, you've got some work to do too. So Angela Johnson, why not stand up? Come on, yeah, let's really put you on blast this morning. Marie Sevrin, this is Howard. Oh yeah, she's knocking things over. Don't get too excited. Her purse is so heavy it knocked the chair over. That's that principal budget there. You got a heavy wallet. So let's lighten it up a little bit for you, shall we? Howard the Duck, number 15. This is the issue where they introduced a character that Marie Sevrin came up with. It's called The Mysterious Island of Dr. Bong. Critique, discuss, tell us a little bit about this piece.
Right. Well, it's amazing to me. I really appreciate your just description of the history of the color, because with just her limited amount of color, she does bring out a lot of bright colors with some contrast. We like the use of yellow as far as her title, it makes it pop out against the red.
Yeah.
So
I got some red in there, Ken. You see that? Just for you, buddy.
I think there's a lot going on there, but I think the main parts she uses great colors to get things to stand out. And the duck has cute little eyes.
The duck does have cute little eyes. Tell us a little bit though about Dr. Bong. The why Dr. Bong? I'm just curious.
I don't see anything in there.
Yes, head.
There is the duck that is smoking up top. Looks like it.
Yeah, but that's not. I don't think that's a cigar. Yeah, I think Sal was kind of getting to it. What you were saying something. You're making an observation. Help Angela out.
Well, his head is like a bell.
His head is like a bell. And what sound would a bell make when you hit it? Bong, 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 right?
Oh, that.
You had the head of the villain in the back. Yeah. So that's Dr. Bong. Any guesses on what Dr. Bong's special supervillain powers were? Anybody? Noise, yeah, something along those lines.
Sounds of the bell froze everything.
Yeah, basically he had a myriad of effects that he could do by banging his bell with his, if you look at his hand too, it's just like a big ball that he would ring himself with, huh? I just thought that was the most hilarious cover. I mean, The Mysterious Island of Dr. Bong. Well, Angela did fantastic. You talked about color. You talked about contrast. Sal did have to help you out a little bit with the bell. I think $10, right? That was a $10 critique there.
She'll never make the Century Club on that.
She'll never make the Century Club on that note. Is there anything you want to boast or brag about so we can raise it maybe a little bit more, get you closer to the Century Club?
You're $24 away. So now you're actually only $14.
Ooh.
$14.
What you got you're in education, you're just about to finish the school year. $24, that's worth $24. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, at Century Club, we should probably.
How about I just 30 for the sake of change?
Okay. Put 6 to foundation or polio. Well done, Angela. Let's see here. Well, heck. Once again, the person I'm going to recognize is not present, but that's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get just about everybody before I'm out of here. But this would be a great time for maybe somebody to share something personally awesome that's happened in their life. And virtual people, you're more than welcome to jump in on this. Anybody have anything they want to celebrate? Oh man, it's hard. Okay, yeah, there we go. Bob Judavon.
So I want to celebrate 2 things.
2 things.
Yeah, sort of the same thing.
Okay.
And that is your sort of amazing Zoom guidance this year, Simon, making it real, keeping everybody connected, and bringing us full circle back to meeting in flesh and seeing all these amazing faces. Except the Ken, in the flesh.
All right.
Simon. Mr. Simon, everybody.
Thank you. Well, that was the just okay. I know. I mean, 10 to polio. I love it. Outstanding. Cool. Anybody else?
The last line he has, he won't make it to the next.
Don Jewett.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see all of our faces here together again. So I had a nice little vacation back towards the end of last month, start of this month. Sharon and I went to Denver, Colorado, just for the heck of it. But there wasn't one, so they just came back and moved us all together. And so that took an hour and 15 minutes. And the train ride is 6. So that made a 7-hour trip on the train. Some of the countryside is really beautiful, but a lot of times you're kind of paralleling the highway. And I kept noticing that the cars were kind of zooming by. I was like, we're just not going very fast, you know? And direct the steam away from me.
Huh.
It wasn't.
Are you guys getting all this at home? No? Okay.
Sorry.
Maybe I should have them come in front of the camera when they talk or something. No, Carrie says no. She's good. She's good. You know it's Don Jewett talking, don't you? Yeah.
Starting to think it's the program.
What was that, Heck?
Starting to think it's the program.
Oh. Well, thank you, Don, for doing that. Thank you for doing that. I was going to really fine you, and then you had to tail end it with this this whole story about the garden closet there.
So I'm putting in 20 towards the annual fund.
Annual fund, $20 from Don Jewett. Thank you.
Don't you all agree that was worth $20?
That was worth $20. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll listen to you anytime for $20. Fine. 5, maybe not so much. Carrie, I saw you had your hand up. Was there something you wanted to share?
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everyone that is interested, this coming weekend is the Redwood Acres Fair auction. It begins, it's done through Carl Johnson, just like ours was. And it is starting noon on Saturday, June 19th, and it ends at 9 p.m. on Sunday, June 20th. And I told you I would send you that email so you can send it out to the club if anybody's interested. I'll do that today so that it has the link to the Carl Johnson Company auction tab. So you could just click on that and go through. And I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like yet. I think it's going to be a picture of the kid with their animal, and you can bid just kind of like we did for our auction, I think. So anyway, just wanted to remind everyone, I think it's a little smaller auction than it's been in the past, just because I think some kids weren't really sure what was going to happen. So we have a lot less kids than normal, but they still worked pretty hard on it. And I know lots of people in our club like to support that. So just wanted to let everybody know that.
Yeah, thank you, Carrie. Another option that they have on that Carl Johnson website that's pretty good is you can also make a donation to all the kids. There's like like an add-on. Yes, exactly, Sal. And so that'll be evenly distributed to all the students. So it's a good way if you get an animal, maybe you feel like it didn't go at the price that you would have liked, or you want to give a little bit extra to all the kids that actually spent the time to do this. And like she mentioned, there was less people that did it. So it really shows that the folks that did participate in this are just really outgoing individuals, right? Awesome. Thank you, Carrie. That was great. I'm not even going to find you for that one because that's just some community stuff right there. Anybody else? No? Golf stories, fishing stories, traveling? Walt, I saw your head kind of move there when I said something. No, nothing. Okay. Okay. For everybody on Zoom, Fortuna Rotary is meeting tomorrow for the first time in person at Hunan's at 12, okay? And they're gonna do family style. So if you'd like to show up and attend another Rotary meeting, I know you're not getting enough Rotary right now. I can just see it. I can just see that look in your face, Chris. Just screams, I'm not getting enough Rotary. There you go. And you get some Chinese food too. And they just opened up in-person dining, right? This week, I believe, Hunan's. So they've been only to go orders up until this week. So that will be cool too. They'll actually be able, yeah. Yeah, well, here we go. Well, let's see. I don't think I have much more. Let's see. Go through the slide. Nope, I think we're going to move on to our weekly presentation. So at this time, I guess I'd normally pass it over to Aaron Dunn, our program chair, but do you want to introduce her? No. Okay. Well, our program today is Angela Johnson, who is our president-elect. She will be your president in just what, 3 weeks, I think. Yeah. So make a big, lots of noise, joyful noise for Angela.
Well, welcome and thank you. It's super, I'm excited that I'm the program for the first in person. Kind of like Bob said, a huge kudos to Simon. I think maybe the first president who has never missed a meeting. Is that, I'm right? Not true? Oh, the historic.
He ain't that
Okay.
special.
Hey, sorry. Well, so since I have been a part of this Rotary, the first maybe we haven't had a substitute Simon's year. So, so
You weren't alive when She's confusing us next year. Angela, I don't think Pat missed the meeting. Frank Ramos certainly did.
Hey, Heck, there's a question on the floor. John would like to know if you missed any meetings in your presidential year.
One. I missed one.
No. I said not how many you made, how many you missed.
Did you hear his comeback? Oh, he wanted to know how many you missed, not how many you made.
Ouch.
He's laughing. So first of all, kind of, we have lived in this Zoom world for a year. So kind of coming back from pets training, it was a virtual pandemic pets. And so kind of, picture yourself in a room of 500 people or a Zoom room rather. And I think everything that could have possibly went wrong. And so, you can't, person couldn't share a screen, and you had assistant governors who were trying to be helpful, but maybe they hadn't been on Zoom very much. And so started pushing buttons. We were supposed to be sent into small breakout rooms so that you could kind of have that more kind of personal feel. Breakout rooms weren't working. And so I think maybe what I brought back from pets was just that you have to be in this constant world of improvise. You have to be able to improvise, to adapt, to shift. And they did an amazing job. There were some kind of bright nuggets that I was able to kind of pull from pets, but it was challenging. I felt like, you missed that opportunity for the camaraderie, the social time, because the breakout rooms just didn't work, and they weren't able to have them work all weekend. So you were just in kind of this large room of people. So kind of an unfortunate experience, but overall, I think the presenters and speakers did a great job, kind of adapting to that. So I'm really happy to kind of to see your faces and be out of that Zoom world. We will continue, because I'm not going to be as techy, probably as Simon, and it'll take me a little bit longer to learn it. But I do think it's important that we engage all members, and what I did often in a Zoom meeting, and I know Bob was there as well, is, sometimes you just got to get to work early. And so you just put the Zoom on the dashboard and you can kind of multitask and still be a part of Rotary and know what's going on. So we will continue with hybrid. So the Rotary International's theme this year is, serve to change lives. President-elect, and I don't know if I don't know how to say his name. What's that? Shaker.
He said, always remember it's like a salt.
Okay. I would have pronounced it differently. Shaker. Meta is urging members to become more involved in service projects, saying that caring for and serving others is the best way to live, because it changes not only other people's lives, but also our own. So I know that, we are super active in our community. And so, I'm going to push us this year to just try to do a little bit more. Where is our need, and where can we reach out to community members? I have kind of reached out to a couple of our community leaders and kind of asked for, what are some service projects in our area that are needed. And so more will come as we go through the year. So kind of just in a super quick nutshell, some of my goals for this year. I think we kind of get into this Wednesday morning, we show up, we visit with the people that are here. But I think we have some really dynamic people that are here in our group. So we have, parents of young children, parents of high schoolers, grandparents, new retirees. And I don't know that we really get, my family's still at home sleeping. So getting them to come to a meeting is challenging. So really wanting to kind of bring and connect our families so that we can just become a larger group. I would love to also kind of, as we kind of dive deeper and look into kind of relationships in our club, have membership moments. So kind of talk about within your membership and within you personally as a member, what are you compassionate about with Rotary? What's your favorite project? What's your favorite moment? And what's kind of a favorite memory for you? So we'll do some share out times, find free share out times. Don't be afraid of a membership moment. Also kind of grow more so we can do more. So as we want to just continue to grow. And so pulling in, people as members, as we can so that we become more able to kind of do more within our community. So we're not stretched this thin. And so that's not always kind of those same people that are doing the same things. I, being an educator, I know that I enjoyed going into classrooms and reading. I enjoyed being in the classroom where Rotarians came and read to me, and my students enjoyed that. So I would love to kind of bring back our Dr. Seuss Day and Read Across America and get into those classrooms. If any of you, I would, love to also help connect you to the Rising Stars Foundation. A couple of people come to my school and they're early literacy kind of coaches, and they come and listen to kids read and help them. So if that's something that you're interested in, because you've got some free time, I would love to kind of connect you there. But not what we would be doing through Rotary, just kind of an aside. And then again, more community service. And the last kind of thing, I think it's the last thing, we meet on Wine Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that, but it's kind of a fun day. It might only be 7 a.m. and it might not quite be wine time, but I do enjoy a good glass of wine. I'm fortunate to have been married into a family where I have a private cellar in my in-laws' garage. I will be incorporating wine in a fun way. And so you'll have to come to see kind of more how we're going to incorporate wine into our Wine Wednesdays. And then we're just going to continue to, a lot of our normal things, right? So we'll continue to, as events start to come up, we'll get bar events and continuing our scholarships and our dictionaries and our backpacks, Santa's sleigh and Seeds Candy. And these are just all kind of some of our longstanding community events that we're going to continue to do, as well as a few others. And just as we kind of continue to serve to change lives. If you have something as a member that hey, someone needs help here, or, please, or you have a great idea for a project or something that, a need in the community, please bring it towards me. And I'm more than happy to take a look at that and see what we can do as a group. So I'm excited for the year, and I don't really have a long presentation, so I'll make up. Dawn, would you like to come up?
I know I have to do this.
So I don't know if anyone has any questions, or it's not like there was.
Did you say we were meeting in your in-laws garage?
We are.
In the cellar.
In the cellar. No.
Did you say we were going to be served wine in the morning?
No, I did not say we were going to be served wine in the morning, but there'll be something.
So I heard what?
Cupcakes and wine for breakfast for Bob.
Can we see your theme as wine based? Is that what you're trying to tell Not line with an H.
No,
That's only Don.
Yeah, I don't know that I per se like have this amazing like theme in my mind as far as, you know, Simon with like art education. So sure, my theme can be wine. I think maybe just my theme is just kind of really mirrors what it is. It's just service and serving.
I can get behind the drinking thing.
Trips to Napa is what you're saying, visit those.
Sure. Our next Rotary Board meeting will be in Napa. No, just- So.
Thank you, Ann.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to Carrie's clapping, club members are waving their fingers. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm looking forward to some drinking games. Oh boy. Well, heck, we're getting down to the last couple minutes. Is there anything else for the good of the cause before we do our last little traditions here? No? Okay. Okay. Let's see. There is a bucket. Inside this bucket are a myriad of different balls and tickets. I'm going to first pull the ticket. When untold fortunes. I mean, or 60 bucks. Potentially, yes. If you took that 60 bucks and invested it at Edward Jones, right, heck? Potentially millions. I mean, let's see, they're not here. Frank Ramos is, though. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be, pay $5. Yeah, yeah. Well done, Frank. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for coming to our first hybrid in-person as well as Zoom meeting. I'm going to let you out of here. Have a marvelous Rotary Day, and we'll see you soon. This club meeting is adjourned.
We don't need no stinking bed.
Bye, everybody.